I went to Washington, D.C. for my school trip. Here is how the trip went. First, we went to the Air and Space Museum near the airport, where we saw a bunch of model planes around. These are just a bunch of pictures of the planes. There's some attached to the ceiling, some just on the ground. This is the space section. All of them are just all around. There's like planes all around. It's basically just planes, but it's very cool. There's all different shapes, sizes, and colors. This is the Boeing Enola Gay. This is more the space section over here. This is one of the biggest planes in the whole thing. These are more planes in the space section. And then this is where we start seeing the monuments. There's the Capitol, and there's Paul Revere's statue. And this is me with the Capitol building in the back. This is another picture of the Capitol. There's a lot of different pictures of different monuments. Here is the Lincoln Monument. And that's the Washington Monument. That's the Lincoln Monument. Honestly, it was just cool being by the Lincoln Memorial. But yeah, that was me by the Washington Monument and the Vietnam Monument. This is now the Korean Monument, though. There's just a bunch of names written on the walls there. And this is the Martin Luther King Monument. It's actually really cool from up close. And this is the World War II Monument. It is fountains everywhere. And as you can see, I did take some pictures by it. This is what it looks like from the outside. And this is the railroad station that we had lunch at. And this is more monuments and stuff. I think this is the Lincoln Monument again, and this is the Capitol. Okay, so here are some pictures in front of the Capitol building, and I'm just getting a lot of pictures from different angles, and this is inside the building. They have exhibits, and this is some of the stuff we found. This is the dome part near the top of the Capitol. Has some crazy good artwork, a lot of detail. It was very cool. And just another picture, and then we went to the Holocaust Museum. This is actually one of my favorite parts. This picture is really cool. It's just like pictures of people in the Holocaust, which is obviously a disturbing topic to think about. That's the tram car all the Jews went in. But that was a really cool picture to see. And these are just other pictures. This is the inside of the tram car. I cannot believe they went through it like that. That means work will set you free. When they walked in, definitely not a good sight. There were the bunks that they slept in, the works, the concrete blocks they had to work with, and then there was the shoes and the tattoos. Just like a piece of legislation there, and people were reuniting with their families at the end. That was it was very hard to walk through that, but those were the Washington Monument pictures, and more pictures of the Capitol. And this is the National Science Museum, whatever. Only got a couple of pictures from that, but that is the rest. It was a lot of fun. There wasn't as much time in the Holocaust pictures, so it was a little bit hard to explain. We walked in and we went through 4 floors, and as you were going through the Holocaust, you went down the floors and like little ramps and stuff, and then you got to the bottom. Those pictures were just pictures from the Holocaust, and then you went down into where the tram cars were. You got to walk through a tram car. It was really cool. And then you just popped out near the end of the Holocaust. The monuments were very cool. There was a lot of pictures of those in there, especially the Capitol building and the Washington Monument. Those were really cool. The bus ride home was a little bit long, 6.5 hours. I live in New York, but hope you guys enjoyed that little slideshow of pictures, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.